Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the spiritual reading for this month. My name is Stephanie, and by continuing to watch the video, thank you. You are consenting to having your energy read, as well as consenting to receiving these messages. So, all right. We are mastering our craft this month. Not that we haven't mastered aspects of it, but for this level that we're on, we're mastering it. We're blossoming. We're stable. We're solid. We're secure. We know how to go with the flow, and we know when to be stationary. I'm getting many scenarios, meaning we have already experienced these scenarios, which is where our experience and where our mastery comes from. What I'm getting is we know when to go with the flow and when to be stationary, solid as a rock. Our intuition is really flying in this month. Trust our intuition. Trust the messages that God gives us. Spirit, source, universe, the head of our faith. Trust these messages. Trust our intuition. Trust our gut. It's our intuition, but our gut instinct. Because this month, as we're taming ourselves on a greater level. We're refining our skills. We are refining aspects of our abilities. And that's not always easy. Sometimes that takes a hit to our ego. Sometimes that can wound our pride. However, that's where our mastery comes from. Humbleness, gentleness, kindness, compassion, understanding. Maybe not so much understanding, however, relating. So our crown and our third eye chakra. We're fine-tuning. Greater levels of maturity. Start off slow, and then as the month progresses, add in more creative hobbies. We could call it creation hour, creation 15 minutes, creation 30, creation an hour, you know, however you schedule it. So start off slow because it takes time to build, to change, and to build habits. It could still be called creation hour, even if it's not an hour. Oh, there was some, doesn't matter. I had a, there was a TV show that was on when I was a kid. And I don't remember the name of the TV show. So, moving on. Yeah. Our third eye is a beacon. A spotlight, if you will. I wonder. No, our Batman light is our aura. Our third eye chakra is a beacon, a spotlight. So we're going to be focusing inward, internally, on ourselves this month. Sometimes that requires sacrifices of time and, you know, giving up something to make room for creation hour, okay? That kind of sacrifice. there are going to be so many rewards, so many benefits, so many bonuses, so many extras, bonus points for prioritizing this. This is not a regular, this is mastery. This is not learning. This is not being acceptable. So according to Merriam-Webster.com, there's 4 ways. I Googled definition of mastery. 1A, the authority of a master, dominion. 1B, the upper hand in a contest or competition. We don't compete. We don't compete. We compete with ourselves. So we're getting the upper hand on ourselves. 2A, the possession or display of great skill and technique. 2B, skill or knowledge that makes one master of a subject. Command. I like 2A the best. Possession or display of great skill and technique. So the movie, the scene that just popped into my head, I'm watching The Chosen right now on Netflix. It is phenomenal. I recommend it highly. 2 thumbs up. I would give it more thumbs up if I had more thumbs. Okay, so the scene that popped into my head is Jesus is teaching on the shores, and Simon, I don't remember the name. I don't remember the specific disciple. They're fishermen, and this is they have been fishing all night. They get nothing. They come up to the shore. Jesus is standing there teaching, and Jesus turns around and tells them to throw their net again. And they're like, we've been doing this all night. Like, nothing. Why? Well, long story short, they end up throwing their net again, and it just fills up. Like, fish keep swimming into the net. So much so they have to call for help to pull all of the fish into the boat. That is the image of the bonus points, the rewards, the extras that are coming from prioritizing creative hour in our schedule. And if that means sacrificing something socially, if that means temporarily pausing on development and growth, like further development and further growth of our careers, it's okay. It's just a month. Are we taking a sabbatical? No. We're still honoring our commitments. We're still honoring our responsibilities. We're still going to work. We're just balancing our schedule. All of our focus, I can only speak for myself, all of my focus has been on the physical aspects of my life. It's time to focus on emotional. Greater balance. Folks, this is the image I'm receiving. We're going to turn heads without even trying. Because again, we're not competing. We're working on us. We're just putting some of our time and energy and focus and attention into another category of ourselves. We're going to be turning even more heads than we had anticipated. Jesus told the gentleman, I want to say his name is Simon. Jesus told the disciple Simon, when he is inviting him to be a disciple, he says, follow me. I want you to fish for people. We're not actually fishing for people. Quite the opposite. Because like I said, again, we're focusing on us. However, our crown chakra and our Batman light is so potent, magnetic, and powerful. A side effect, a blessing, a reward of the work we are doing is it's drawing these people in. We're not doing anything. We're focusing on us. And people are going to be very impressed. Well, okay. Is that the reason we're doing it? I hope not. Because if we're doing it for others, it's not going to stick. If we do it for ourselves, if we make it a habit for us, it sticks. But that's the message I got, is people are going to be impressed. However, I may not share messages like that anymore. I may, depending upon what I'm guided to share. Because again, is that the focus? Is that the goal? No. I do this for me. Because others were there for me when I needed it, with or without their knowledge. So this is my way of returning that favor. With or without my knowledge. I'm getting listen. We're being told to slow down. Our body needs to rest. We've been spending a lot of energy lately. And we have been receiving a lot of energy lately. However, our body needs some downtime. Go to a museum. Appreciate the artwork of others. Study the topic of the piece of art. I don't mean go borrow books from the library and study. I mean, while you're there at the museum, what is this about? What are the emotions I'm picking up on? What do the eyes tell me? If there are eyes in the picture. What's focused? What's sharp? Meaning, Van Gogh, the opposite of definitive lines. Starry Nights, for example. There isn't a border, like a black line border in that at all. One color sort of begins and ends, and then the next one just begins and ends right next to it. They may overlap, they may line up, you know. That's what I mean. What's sharp? What's blurry? I say blurry, but I don't really mean a blur. The point is there a lot going on? Is there one thing that we need to focus on and everything else is just background, is just distraction, is just filler? Going to a museum this month will be beneficial. Maybe not everybody has access to a museum. That's okay. Substitutions are acceptable. There's artwork everywhere. It doesn't have to be a museum. Appreciate, think about that. What is the topic? What are the colors? What emotions do I feel? What's the focal point? And then listen. Ask those questions and then listen. It may take a little bit of time, but I'm getting the answers are just going to be handed to us. Van Gogh is one of my favorite artists for several reasons. His usage of color. I like the fact that his viewpoint is different. The way he sees things is different. The way he interprets things, well, interpreted things, is different. His colors were bright and bold. However, they could depict happiness. They could also depict sadness with the same colors. That takes talent. That takes skill. I have a Van Gogh. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. Yes. I have this picture framed. And see the bright, vivid colors? The bright orange, the bright blue, the lime green. It's as if there's shadow in the background and light is pouring in. And it is, first off, it's a cathedral. And secondly, you can sense a sadness in the background because of the blue and the black. However, there's that lime green and that orange and a sense of the sun coming in and clearing out that sadness. Okay, so I am going to botch this if I pronounce it. So I'm just going to show you guys what it's titled. I do not have an oil painting. I just have a copy, a print of that picture. It's my favorite. Yes, I love Starry Nights. However, that one is my favorite. There's a sense of anticipation and excitement and peace. And again, I can't. I closed it out. And you guys, this is not to be, but again, there aren't that many outlines. I mean, yes, there are some black outlines. However, even the black outlines are a little fuzzy. Okay, so what does that mean? So when we stare at artwork and we ask these questions, and it takes a while for us to receive the answers may be a little fuzzy at first. However, they'll come in clearer and sharper and more recognizable the more we do it, the more we fine-tune listening. I'm getting asking and listening. Because if we just listen, okay, we can just listen. Does that mean we'll receive anything? Maybe, maybe not. Except if we ask, then God, universe, spirit, source, they have a more specific response. So we're mastering asking and listening by observing. All right, folks. Have a great month. We're worth it. We need time to recover. We need time to recuperate. And while we're recovering and recuperating, we are also developing. Have a great month. I'll see you next month. Bye.